Good morning, boys. After another Bears loss, how we feeling?
We're good, man. Come on now. They lost. Yeah, it sucked. I don't let them affect my moods. I will do my job. I will cheer my you-know-what off because I love my Bears. But come on, man. I don't let them dictate how I'm going to feel the rest of my life. No. Sorry.
But today it dictates it because it stuck. Because that stunk yesterday.
Yeah, it absolutely stunk.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go have a good lunch today. I'm going to work out. And I'm going to be like, all right, let's go. I'll watch 2 Monday night games tonight. I'll text with you. I'll call you about something that pops in my head because that's what I do. I'll get a good night's sleep and get up tomorrow and come back at it with you again.
Come back and be miserable about the Bears all over again.
Hoodie, are you more like Kap or are you more like me? Because the afternoon games, 2 of them were excellent. Cowboys-Ravens turned into an excellent game late. Some awesome football late in the 3:30 window.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't enjoy any of it because I was just angry. I was just sitting there stewing about what I had to watch from noon to 3.
There's a reason why we got the last broadcast crew from CBS yesterday. Because they looked at that matchup and said, the Colts and the Bears, all right, Andrew Catalan, come on in. Talk about how wacky the game is again for the 3rd time. Wacky? Yeah, I didn't see it being wacky, Shay. I saw that being really bad, especially in the first half. That was not good football on either side. And it was disappointing. Like I said, I'm not angry about the loss yesterday. I'm just confused of what's going on here and how this gets better. Because if you can't run the football the first 3 weeks, does that get better against the Rams? Does that get better as you get further into the season? If you can't run the football effectively, I don't know how the Bears can win football games unless the Bears are doing their job defensively and scoring for the offense too, which I've seen all my life. That's the thing. I'm just confused by what I'm seeing here. And we'll talk to Eberflus about that coming up this half hour.
8:20.
Here's Shane Orling.
All right, I want to start with I'm gonna kind of play the blame game and shot or no shot today. Mm-hmm. I want to start with DeAndre Swift, who has 13 carries for 20 yards yesterday. That brings his season total to 68 yards on 37 carries. If you want to do the math, it's good for 1.8 yards per attempt. This for a guy you signed in the offseason the moment free agency opened for $24 million. $8 million a year going to somebody who's getting you 1.8 yards per attempt through nearly 3 weeks. You want to bitch about the O-line? Tell me that's the reason. Fine. Why did Roschon get nearly 4 yards a pop on his 8 carries? Shot or no shot? Signing DeAndre Swift was a mistake.
I mean, through 3 games, you can't say anything but that. So it's a shot. Now, can it get better? I would hope so. He's a talented cat. He ran for over 1,000 yards last year. No, he did have the Eagles' offensive line versus our offensive line. Mm-hmm. But 1.8 yards ain't good. Cut it.
Jay Moore?
How much was Montgomery asking for before he left?
Though they offered him the same contract he got, he took Detroit.
What was it, 3 for 15 in Detroit?
3 for 15 or 3 for 16? Hold on, I'll get
another guy that gets swallowed behind a bad offensive line. Montgomery. Yeah, he makes his own holes, but imagine him behind this line. This patchwork line again.
3 years, 18. With the Lions.
The part of it, Hoodie, that really bothers me is if you watched Swift with the Eagles last year, 30% of his production on the ground came in 2 games, week 2 and week 3. And then he just didn't really run well behind the best offensive line. He was below his negative rush yards over expected, which is a funky analytic metric that basically says, are you going beyond what the line is opening up for you? He wasn't. He can't get through contact. It's the same thing here. It looks like he runs straight at defenders. He doesn't cut away from them, at least not successfully. He just looks awful.
Yeah, I say for me, it's a no shot, especially through 3 games. But here's the thing, though. I don't mind him if he's going to – he's not here to be a fullback or a short yardage back. I understand that.
Correct.
However, just like anything else, it's like the move of Nate Davis being benched yesterday until he had to be pressed into service. I don't mind Roschon Johnson and Khalil Herbert getting the lion's share of the carries. Yes, you paid a lot for DeAndre Swift, but if it's not working, he needs to look on the bench take a look from the sidelines on how he's got to be a better running back. The offensive line is a big factor in this too. It's not like Roschon Johnson's running like the wind behind this line. The same thing with Khalil Herbert. But what I would say is that you have personnel. You can switch it up. Swift doesn't have to be the load back early. You can go with Roschon Johnson and Khalil Herbert first.
You're correct.
And if you need looks like if DeAndre Swift with this Bears team is good, he can good for 2 yards. If it's 3rd and 2, he can give you 2 yards because he slams it into the line like he's a fullback. And I've seen him better than that, but not with this Bears team and this offensive line. Shay?
I think the biggest thing, too, that bothers me, and I'll get to it in a moment, but just that you did it the second free agency opened with a mountain of cap space and offensive linemen available and a big hole at center. We immediately addressed running back, and now he's not productive. So
and the
just
guy they
worse.
really wanted was Saquon. They were, finished second.
Mm-hmm.
And that cost how much? He was a lot more money. Wasn't he 37, 38 million? Saquon looks pretty good, but
I mean, yeah, he's the reason the Eagles won yesterday.
Yep. Yeah, it surprised me. Remember at the time, it might have broke during our show, the signing of Swift. It surprised me, the Swift signing, because I was like, I thought we were good in the running back room. But polls want to add seasoning. Now what?
they don't seem to be all in on Khalil Herbert until they get him down inside the 4.
Shay?
All right, moving the blame game on to the offensive coordinator because Bears center Coleman Shelton was asked about the 4th and 1 speed option on the goal line. He said, well, I mean, speed option on, it wasn't the greatest look to run that. Shot or no shot, this is another player taking a shot at Shane Waldron.
And the play call, yeah.
Maybe. So can I say semi-shot? Because, again, I think Caleb, we'll ask Eberflus because I told you that's going to be my first question. Coach, we got to go to the 4th down play. Did Caleb misdiagnose? He's a rookie. It happens. Misdiagnosed the front he was seeing, and he should have checked out of that play and gone to the right side? Or was that you're going to run that play come hell or high water? It's a good question.
It's a shot. It's a shot.
So if that was the case, that nope, we're running and I don't care what front you see, then it's a horrible play call. If Caleb was supposed to check out of it, then that's a mistake by a rookie quarterback.
Shay.
All right, everyone in this division has coaching that can get the job done. We've got proof of concept in Detroit. They just went to the NFC title. They're 2-1 with a good road win yesterday. Kevin O'Connell has the Sam Darnold Vikings sitting at 3-0. And Matt LaFleur's not just surviving the Malik Willis era, he's thriving in it. Our guy, timeout ahead of a 2-point conversion. Shot or no shot, Matt Eberflus is officially back on the hot seat.
That's a shot. That is 100% shot. There is no way he cannot be on the hot seat because when the general manager and the team president are going to say, hold on a second now, there's more talent on this roster. We can't be, go for 1. No, go for 2. Timeout. Can't happen.
He's always been on the hot seat for me. That question is not new to me because I've been saying this from the beginning. A haircut and a beard is not the reason why that you retain a coach. You retain a coach because of the team getting better from 3 wins to 7 wins to a playoff team, which I expect. Season's not over. It's just that it's trending in the wrong direction offensively for the first 3 games.
Correct.
I mean, thank God the defense is as good as it is. But the point is, though, Cap, is that if they can just get through the little things, like being able to run the football, to give Caleb Williams time. And also, it's not always on the offensive line also. Caleb Williams will regress back to USC, and we've seen it several times. Dude, you're going to hold the ball after 3 seconds, then it's trouble. You think you could spin and turn your way out of it and just roll to the left and roll to the right. These defensive players will come after your ass. And so the idea that you could just be able to hold the football, listen, only a selected few that play the quarterback position in the NFL can hold the ball more than 3 seconds. We saw him on Sunday Night Football yesterday with Patrick Mahomes. He's one of them. He's one of very few that's like, hey, isn't Patrick going to get the ball out? Nope, doesn't have to. He'll find a way, or he'll throw it away or do something smart with it. Caleb Williams, the same thing, man. But this is what you go through with a rookie, Cap. Same thing. There's some of the same issues that Richardson had, Williams had yesterday. Young quarterbacks learning on the job. Then there's Andy Dalton. getting the job done. The red rifle.
My goodness.
The veteran.
Unbelievable.
Hey, how's that for Mel Kiper? Just throwing a bus at the organization, saying it's not Bryce Young's fault. Cutscene 33-7 with Andy Dalton. I mean, like, maybe it was Bryce Young, dude.
Yeah, I think so. All right, can you sneak in one more?
Yeah, all these decisions. Look, you sign DeAndre Swift, you stick with the coaching staff, you bring in Shane Waldron, you trade for Keenan Allen and use a lot of your salary cap on that move. He's already missed 2 games. You neglect meaningfully addressing the interior of the offensive line. All of that, to me, falls at the feet of Ryan Poles. This can get better. It doesn't have to stay this way. But shot or no shot, if it doesn't get better, Ryan Poles will be on the hot seat.
That's a no shot. They're all in on Caleb and this regime. I don't know about the coach, but he'll get to hire another coach.
Yeah, he gets it. I would say that Poles gets at least 2 coaches.
Correct.
I'm not pushing Eberflus out the door. He's going to push himself out the door if this team underachieves. I just know that what I saw as you were building this thing is mistakes by the head coach and the coaching staff too, Cap.
Correct.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to be fair about it. Just watching the games and being fair and just analyzing that way. Not trying to be a coach killer. That's never been in my career. Never been a coach killer. But what I'm telling you is that this Bears team, the way it's stacked, as we look at this depth chart every morning, all this talent that they've put together, whether it's right or wrong, to me, it's good enough to be able to win football games and not do it in an embarrassing way. You can't have sideline decorum like we had yesterday, where it's who's on first, what's on second. 2, 1, timeout, what?
Can't do it.
You can't be right there on the doorstep of scoring and never get in. The way that they did time and time again, running the football, jamming it right into the line, and then that clown show play of that play that it did not work that blew up for -12. You can't do that.
How about the decision of the Colts head coach to kick the ball deep and take a knee?
And kneel.
What?
I think that was a mistake. It looked like Steichen was kind of waving, bring that ball out.
He's looking for a timeout there.
Okay, whether he was or wasn't, his players did not execute what he wanted done.
That was brutal. How about Cairo Santos can't kick it through the end zone? Missed a 56-yarder short. We don't even get to attempt from 63 at halftime. It's 6 points you left on the field potentially. In a game you lost by 5.
That's why it's just frustrating that way the Bears lost the game, because the Colts opened the door time and time again for you to go through it, and you wouldn't go through it.
You wouldn't go through.
The Colts made mistakes.
And then Santos made, what, a 54-yarder?
Yeah. So.
That one sailed through by 5 yards.